we are going to be getting some free cards on the account. I'm so excited about this. Let's dive in. Let's talk about it. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here. How you doing this morning? I'm very excited about my new Series 3 cards that I'm going to be able to get, and I think that this is a pretty important decision, so I wanted to break it down for you, and then we're going to be figuring out what we're going to be doing next with the gameplay. I think it's still going to be Scar, just because I'm enjoying it. We're not winning as much as we were with some of the other decks, but we are having tons of fun. I know you guys are loving the crazy plays and sequences and all of the shenanigans. So let's dive in here. So we are going to be able to get one Series 3 card. I would say of your choice is like a little bit misleading because you get a refresh every 8 hours. So it is good to be checking this, and it is good to be very picky, okay? I am not going to be getting Hella because I don't think we have nearly all of the discard outlets that we would need, but also she's not one of my favorite cards in the game. So let's come over here and let's look at cards. I need to figure out how do I search for the cards that we don't own. So let me figure that out. I don't know how to do that on the computer version. All right, so I think if you just hit this question mark, then that's going to give you all of the unowned cards, but we have to have seen them before. Okay, so like Black Cat, we've technically seen before, and Arnim Zola. I love this guy, Arnim Zola. But I think maybe it would be better suited if we just went to one of the amazing resources available to us and took a look at just what are all of the possible Series 3 cards that we could be getting. All right, perfect. So this is snap.fan. I know a lot of people do like this site. So let's take a look here. This is when you reach collection level 486 plus. So for me, I'm level 541, so we are definitely in this category. Now, what we can take a look here, and what I'm looking for in my Series 3 card, is something that's going to allow me to play a new deck. And I would suggest that that's the best thing for you as well. And Arnim Zola, I would say, meets that criteria. I think that he allows you to do things, number one, that is super fun, and also that's very powerful, and he opens up some different archetypes as well. But he also pairs well with cards that we don't have, so up in the air as to whether I will get that or not. Beast would allow us to build some type of bounce deck here. So where we're playing our cards out and then bouncing them back to our hand and then replaying them. I think obviously Black Panther has kind of fallen by the wayside, but he is very powerful. And he obviously goes well with Arnim Zola if you've never seen that before. Cerebro would let us build a number of different decks. You want to keep them to the same power level. So like maybe you're doing all 4 power cards, okay, or all 3 power cards, okay. Cerebro would be great. I've never really played a lot with Cerebro, and I think that we do have, some cards that would work well with that. So that's a consideration if that would pop up in the shop. Dagger or Deadpool are both good cards for move and destroy. We could get Destroyer, who's very powerful. Debris, you really need some of those other negative effect cards to go with her, but she's good. Death is very good in the Destroy deck as well. Let's see what else. Doctor Doom has in the past played really well with Miss Marvel, so that could be a consideration. I think we've done a lot of Miss Marveling on the account, so I'll probably hold off on that. Ghost Rider's fun. I think we have Green Goblin. I think that was one of the first cards we got in Series 3. We got Human Torch, so we do have that available. I'm not a huge, fan of the movement deck, but since we have Human Torch, we could get something to go along with it. Lockjaw could be fun. Always a good card there, Lockjaw. I'm a personal fan of Jane Foster, and with some of the other cards coming to the game, she could be really cool as well. Let's see here. One of my favorite cards, period, in the entire game is Mr. Negative. So if I see that, I'll probably get it. I want to say I have Miles Morales, but if not, that could be cool too. Tons of powerful things we can do with Mystique. So that's always a good one. Patriot is very good, especially early game like this. I would say a lot of these bigger power things that might go with the Sauron that we have could be cool. She-Hulk's amazing. Silver Surfer's one of my favorite cards in the game. Let's see. Venom, very powerful. And then there are some other, just like, obviously Wong's good, Zero's good, Wave's good. So if I had to narrow it down to what I think the best and most powerful cards in Pool 3 would be, I would say Venom adds a lot to the Destroy deck. There's just so many different things you can do with location. So if you want to play Destroy, I would say find your Venom. If you want to do something new and different, then something like Silver Surfer is great. If She-Hulk would go really well with everything you're trying to do in, this Scar metagame. You have the Sentry option if you want to, like, Sentry or, let's see, what was the other one that would go well with Sentry? Like Sentry, Green Goblin, all of these type of, like, debris, all of the negative type of stuff, right? And then you have some other ones that'll fill in. But for me, I'm looking for a card that is going to help me build new decks. Something like Silver Surfer, something like Mr. Negative. That's the types of things that I'm looking for on for me in this Series 3 pickups. So let's briefly look over my collection, and this is probably where you should be here as well. Let's take this question mark back off. Let's go to favorites, and let's go to energy. So your collection is going to be pretty similar to this, right? And what you need to determine is what card is going to be the most impactful, and what card are you going to have the most fun with. If you're a movement player, then get the movement cards. Like if that's what gives you the most fun in the game is moving cards around on the board, then get a card that's going to fit with that strategy. Same thing goes with destroy or discard or whatever strategy that you are working on. Okay? Me personally, I want a card that's going to help me build new decks. That's going to be fun for the channel. It's going to be fun for me. And so that's what I'm looking for when in my picks. Do I have something over here? No, it's just false. So, I think let's just keep that short and sweet. We don't need to go on and on. I don't actually, do I have any new cards to build around? We have Juggernaut and Thor, both of which are really good. Drax and Green Goblin. Here's my beginning of Pool 3. So take a look at that and see if there's any decks that you would like me to build, any cards you want me to build around. Please let me know. Hit me up in the comments. If you appreciate this video, make sure you like it. And if you've been around for a minute and you want to help me out subscribing to the channel, that would be great as well. Thank you for watching. I'm MtgJedi. Good luck snapping, and let me know what Pool 3 cards you're going to be going for. I'll see you guys later.